I remember sometimes you're waking up stressed out because of bills, because of some stressors or health, family situation where someone either um, suffering health wise or death or something like this. I understand. Because all that has happened. And you're so connected to it where you can't think straight. And sometimes you feel hopeless and sometimes you feel powerless. In many cases that you think there's nothing else, it won't get better. Just things won't get better. I understand. But I just want to let you know, things will get better. Things will get better. You will adjust. You will adjust. You will overcome the situation. If it's a financial situation, not only more money will help it, but the thing about it is, I'm going to ask you a question. Can you sustain the increase of money? Because if you don't have the mindset or the skill set to sustain a lot of money coming into you, and when you do get it, it's going to be just like pouring gasoline on a fire. Because you wouldn't know how to invest. You wouldn't know how to say no to those. And if you have a giving spirit, like most people do, because you see a lot of people around you that's struggling, you wouldn't know how to give to them to a point to really help them to grow their journey. If you get to a point where if it's health situation, a health scare, even with the little c, one of the things that I have researching, and pretty much majority of cancers feed off of sugar. So instead of getting depressed, get more active. Go through the chemo, go through the treatments, pray, do whatever you make you feel at peace. But I will sit here and say this depends on where you are, or what stages of life you're in. The older you get, as seasoned you get, as I would usually say, as seasoned you will get. I think you need to add more muscle to your frame. Because if cancers and stuff feeds off of sugar, if you have your body working for you instead of against you, and you sitting here and building a muscle capacity to burn glucose, then the proverbial sugar won't have an effect. You start cancer out. People are. I'm not saying it's 100% guaranteed because nothing's 100%. We all have to leave here at some point in time. But then at the same time, if you sit here with prostate cancer in men, if you're a woman looking at this or something like this, research has shown in the last few years that the prostate should be to reduce cancers by 40%, or chances of cancers in the prostate by 40%. You need to milk that junk, man, at least 21 times a month. If you have a woman, you have a loving woman, of course, preferably a wife, help you out. But the thing about it is that need to be taken care of. Because one of the biggest things that I see financially, physically, and spiritually Everything runs on a spirit of currency or currency, currency. So you look at currency, you think about money. But if you look at everything has to flow, everything spiritually, your energy and everything else. Um, Negative energy drops your energy. Positive energy raises your energy. It flows because you're not going to stay at a high energy all day long. You're not going to stay at a low energy. Hopefully, you don't stay at a low energy all day long. And then at the same time, fluids need to flow through you. You need to put more water in. You need to put more water in. You need to sit there. What one of the doctors sit here said to me, one of the reasons why men should donate blood is because the simple fact is your body need to be able to make more blood. Um, the stagnation uh, of dead cells and stuff. So you're getting your body to work like it's supposed to. That's the reason why if you cut yourself and everything else, you heal a little stronger. Women menstruates up until menopause, and that's the reason how their body renews themselves as far as blood, as far as fluid. The reason why men um, want to be sexually active or feel the need of sexual action if you're not the age, if you're at any age, really don't feel like. There's one doctor, urologist said, if you're not horny, there's something wrong because the blood is not flowing. If um, you're having problems of ED and everything else like this, you got to start checking your heart because that's somewhere along the line that cholesterol, bad cholesterol, um, arteries are getting hardened and stuff like this, so you don't have enough blood flow. So everything is on currency. Currency is a main thing. So I want you to check that stuff. If you haven't had an annual checkup, get one. Same thing with relationships. You want to be able to sit here knowing you. If you can't have a conversation and evaluate your relationship, then you're in a bad relationship. I won't say that. If somewhere along the line, if you can't ask your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, um, how am I as father? If you got children, how am I as a lover? How am I as a provider? How am I as a cook? And be honest with it. And be honest with it. Because the simple fact is, then you know where people are. And many times is the reason why relationships could go back to currency, is we don't tell people our needs. If you are healthy, if you are healthy, the Bible says this, do not deny one another. If you are healthy, you should be taking care of that significant other as much as you try to take care of yourself. If you're not healthy, you're disrespecting your significant other. Meaning if both of you are just a wreck, um, change it. Change it together. Go work out in the house, work out in the gym, change your food. Um, slowly and make things slowly changes. You don't have to change all at one time, but make slowly changes. So you want to eat carbs in the morning, preferably not a whole lot, but more protein rich diet, more water in your diet, cut the alcohol, cut the smoking out, all the stuff that you've been hearing over the years, because all of it is habits and identity. And it's how you want to show up in the world. And if you have children, you want to live long enough to see grandkids. Um, grandkids, grandnieces, nephews. At the same time, everything flows. Everything flows. Everything flows spiritually. Everything flows physically. And even your finances flow. Money should come in and money should go out. Give and take. God never set anything up on the planet without give and take. Never. And I'm going to prove it to you. This is the proof. Inhale. For about, let's say you inhale for about 2 minutes. Because I couldn't do it for 2 minutes. I couldn't do it for 2 minutes. Why? Because the simple fact is, life is made on reciprocity.